Check 1, 1, 2, 1. Check 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. Check 1. Folks, we are here live at Frederick Douglass Field for our Game of the Week on Raider Vision. John Heffernan wanted to welcome all of you to Senior Day here at Frederick Douglass Field for your Rutgers Newark Scarlet Raiders softball team as they take on Brooklyn College in a doubleheader. Being honored today, first up, it's Marissa Hausneck. And Mari gets that beautiful bouquet of flowers as she awaits Mark Griffin and Jackie Davis in the circle. Mari, number 3, playing third base most of her career here. Had never played third base before arriving here at Rutgers Newark. She's out there with her dad, and I believe that's her dad, Dave, who's up here all the way from Pennsylvania, as Dave is holding the large photo framed of Mari on the field, and a nice picture with Dave, Marissa Hausneck, Jackie Davis, and Mark Griffin, the athletic director for Rutgers Newark. And a big hug from Jackie Davis. And I got to tell you, I asked Mari, why she's so happy and positive all the time. And she said that's the fun part. Positivity, not playing the game, she says, if you're not having fun. What a quote. And that really sums up Marissa Hausneck as far as I'm concerned. She said, we've made great strides here at Rutgers Newark. And certainly that is true. And next up, it's the senior, number 20, Lex Claiborne. Of course, Lex has a couple of brothers here at Rutgers Newark. She said to me earlier, we've made a ton of progress, and I'm glad to be a part of it. She said she loves putting in work. I feel like she has improved year after year, one of the most consistent fielders at shortstop throughout her career. She wanted to thank her parents, Calvin and Marie, Calvin Jr. and Donovan, her two brothers, Calvin a junior here at Rutgers, Donovan a sophomore, both baseball players. She said Lex says she misses, she's going to miss love. She loves to get silly and is going to miss being a part of the fun here on the softball team, although there's plenty of softball to be played before the end of the year. What a smile on Lex Claiborne. Terrific kid, humble, quiet. I've really grown to enjoy being around Lex Claiborne, a terrific human being. After graduation, she plans on staying fit and traveling a little bit and getting a job. Next up, our final senior, number 5, Madison Umloff. Umloff will get the start in the circle today. Maddie applying to med schools. She will be taking the MCATs, and during her gap year, she has secured a job to New Jersey Medical School. And what a talent number 5, Madison Umloff, has been. Her mom, Megan, her dad, Keith, and her cousin, Erin, here to join in the festivities. She said these 4 years have gone by fast, and she was telling the catcher, Rachel Abzug, who's a freshman, to enjoy it because it goes fast. She said she couldn't be happier today to start with Gabby Farisi, who's been an absolute rock for me throughout my time here at Rutgers Newark. Of course, Farisi, the catcher that Maddie normally pitches to. You got to look out for that drop curve that Maddie learned back at 14 years of age. We'll be seeing that on display today. And in the circle as well is the former Scarlet Raider in the gray hoodie. Do we know who that That was Eliana Cedeno. Eliana Cedeno also being honored today as well. We want to congratulate her. So congratulations to our seniors here on Senior Day. Well-deserved recognition from 3-4. Make it very hard-working kids, and they will be missed. We got the month of April as we keep plugging away. Rutgers still looking for their first conference win, and they will take on non-conference opponent Brooklyn College today. And we'll have more for you. We'll break it down. The X's and O's for both BC and RU Newark. It's all coming up, folks. In just a couple of moments, a doubleheader here at Frederick Douglass Field. And boy, oh boy, what a difference a day makes. My gosh, I was this close, boys. And we're live on the air right now. This close yesterday to losing it. We're talking about the weather challenging situation at Weequahic Park yesterday, but we were able to get through, battling through the elements and some technical issues. But I'm not going to go all Bill O'Reilly. We'll do it live. Not today. They don't pay me enough. But, folks, honestly, all kidding aside, it really is a pleasure to be here today on Senior Day and to have it for you live. I have a special place in my heart for these kids. And just having the opportunity to speak to Maddie, Mari, and Lex prior to the game, you could see the appreciation and joy on their faces and a couple of tears as well. As Jackie Davis is at home plate with the field ump and the home plate umpire, along with the head coach for Brooklyn College. That's Frank Marinello in his second season. Frank is assisted by John Wren, John Capozuka, Ralph Maroney, Louis DeAngelis, and Katrina Pistilli. And for Rutgers, of course, Jackie Davis, the head coach, assisted by Maeve Connolly, Kelly Yusko, a Hall of Famer here at Rutgers in her own right, Rob Kochansky, and the graduate assistant is Caitlin Price. Folks, we'll be back with the anthem and much, much more after this brief timeout. is content creator today. All right, we'll get you on the air. What year are you in? Who else do we have here? Good afternoon, everybody. You are looking live, Frederick Douglass Field, downtown New York, New Jersey. Today it's Scarlet Raiders softball, live on Raider Vision as they take on the visiting Brooklyn College Bulldogs. The Bulldogs come into today's matchup with a record of, let's see here, 8-11 overall, 0-2 in the conference. Rutgers Newark at 8-14, 0-6 in the conference. And starting today on Senior Day in the Circle for the Scarlet Raiders is Madison Umloff. Umloff coming in to today's matchup with a ERA of 8.27. She's 1-6 on the season. This is her 13th appearance. 31 innings pitched. She's relinquished 63 hits, 50 runs, 10 walks and 11 strikeouts. And for the Bulldogs of Brooklyn College, it's going to be a tough non-conference matchup for the Bulldogs. Starting today in the circle for Brooklyn College is number 5, Danielle Gazzardi. And we'll tell you a little bit more about Danielle at that time when she steps in. But let's first talk a little bit about the starting lineups for the Bulldogs. Leading things off will be number 1, number 22, batting first. The second baseman out of Shirley, New York, Paige Palacios. Paige checks in at 4 feet 11 inches tall and starting today at second base. John Heffernan with the call for you today on an overcast day, and Palacios with the bunt back to the circle. Oh, and a big collision at first. Palacios goes down hard, and that's good for the first out of the day. Marissa Hausneck waves in recognition of Palacios, saying, "You okay?" Hausneck starting at first today. Claiborne starting at second. We're going over the defense for Rutgers Newark. And in the circle, that's fouled away. So the count 1-0, Hausneck deals and catches the corner. It's the number 2 hitter for the Bulldogs. That's Sage Bernstein, the DH today, 5'6" out of Long Beach, New York. And Paige waves at that final pitch and is thrown out at first. Hold on, let's... So that was a strikeout as our board had the wrong count on it. And the pitch by Hausneck. So it was a tremendous pregame ceremony. Listen, I won't lie, I had a tough day yesterday at Weequay, but it's not about me. It's all about team. Jalen Event working his behind off to get things off the ground yesterday. We had power outages. We had hurricane force winds, rain, extra innings. And Scarlet Raiders baseball dropped a tough doubleheader yesterday to a very talented College of New Jersey Lions. But back here today, a little warmer, a little less windy. And what I'm getting at, folks, is as we look at the number 3 hitter for the Bulldogs, Melanie Milan, the junior shortstop out of Howard Beach, New York, 5'1". What I'm getting at, folks, is we're back here at home in Newark, not on the outskirts, next to the Golden Dome. And I'm feeling better today because I have somebody sitting here to my left, but I always feel better on Senior Day. Senior Day is always very, very special for me and for the kids, as we acknowledged Maddie Umloff, Lex Claiborne, and Mari Hausneck in a special pregame ceremony. And joining me now, the man, the myth, the legend, who was the linchpin, is that a word, a phrase, of the pregame ceremonies on Senior Day. As always, front and center, let's give it up for Athletic Director Mark Griffin, everybody. Okay. Yes.
Listen to you, John.
Mark Griffin in the house.
It is a much nicer day today than yesterday.
Don't get me started. I'm going to say things. I'm going to regret. And that's going to be it. So a good job by Umloff, Mark Griffin, as the Scarlet Raiders will come to bat. No hits, no runs, no errors. We will head to the bottom of the first. Everything good with the okay, let's talk about it. Mark Griffin, everybody. How are we doing with the stream? Everything
the stream looks good. The camera's just tilted, and
that's an easy fix.
All the work.
Look at those graphics. They're looking pretty good, Mark.
I know.
And who's on the
There we
scoreboard
go.
today? Oh, and
folks, it's going. Keep
we
going.
got to talk about Mia
going.
Espinosa, the junior, and our new content creator. She's been working her butt off, her work rolling up the sleeves, getting all the social media together. Also a volleyball player, Mia Espinosa. After a year off, Mia is working hard to get back on the hardwood, Mark. So we have all sorts of things going on here today, Mark. How are you feeling?
A little rough after yesterday's baseball doubleheader. But
well, yeah, the 10 minutes that you were there. Please. I'm still reeling from that loss in extra innings.
Well, I got to be honest with you, John. The first game,
Vince Taylor pitched his heart out.
I've said this to a few people, and I don't know. The first game had some big numbers on the board.
I want to talk to Vince Taylor today. I want his cell number.
The reality is with playing doubleheader on Friday in the conference games, doubleheader on Saturday, you can't burn pitchers. So once the horse is out of the gate, sometimes you just got to let it go. But coming back in that second game and going extra innings kind of is a testament to how hard our kids fight back. And I think the benefits of that are going to pay off as we move farther into the NJAC schedule.
It's the leadoff hitter, number 14, Kayla Cardozo, everybody. Starting in right field, the junior, 5'3" out of Elizabeth. Mark, what about the testament to the fight of your crew yesterday?
Well, it was a challenge. We need
challenge, Mark, please. That's putting it lightly. Those boys worked hard.
I think
Aaron Cohen was a saint yesterday. Jalen Event was running around like an electrician.
Well, we're here today. We got through yesterday. Things seem to have dried out, and we got a tough.
Today's much better.
I got to be honest with you. Brooklyn College is probably the cream of the crop of the CUNY conference today.
Well, they just got smoked by John Jay. So they're not exactly the cream, but they're certainly heading towards the top, trending towards the top.
As I've said, I think we've got some opportunities today. We have to take advantage of them, John.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Brooklyn College. And John Jay's tough, Mark. Let's not forget that criminal justice school over the west side of Manhattan.
It used to be the premier criminal justice school in the country. I don't know if it still is, but.
And also, the starting pitcher today for Brooklyn, Gazzardi, named the CUNYAC Pitcher of the Week on March 31st, and Goodman earns Player of the Week honors. Of course, we're talking about Dasha Goodman. We'll get a chance to see both of those ladies here today, but Gazzardi's the real deal, and I'm looking forward to what she can do in the circle.
Foul ball.
And Mark, just quickly, since I took your cream of the crop comment and squashed it, and I apologize for that.
That's all right, John.
They're good in the CUNYAC, but John Jay, I think, are the perennial power. So, Brooklyn opened their conference play against John Jay on Wednesday.
Brooklyn, I'm checking the CUNY stats here, John. Brooklyn's actually bottom of the CUNY right now.
Yeah, Baruch's in second, Hunter in third, John Jay, as we're talking about. So, Brooklyn loses 10-0 in game one and 9-1 in game two. Come on, Bulldogs! You gotta get a little bark in that bite. Let's go in the CUNYAC. Come on. We'll see what happens today. But John Jay, a good ball club, Mark.
Well, we always joke about the CUNY sometimes, but the CUNY schools in general are huge institutions. I mean, CCNY is probably going to be 20,000 students. So they're going to get some talent over there. They just have some challenges with facilities and housing and stuff like that. But overall, I think it's a pretty good deal.
How's your volume in your cans? Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, Mark, being a city guy myself, I'm a big fan of the CUNYAC. And I had a chance to work with some of those folks in the past as number 9 flies out. That was number 2. Who was that? Number 2, I'm sorry. The number 2 hitter, McManus. And that will bring up the leading hitter, Mark, for actually third now leading hitter, Keelan O'Brien. She's batting .384 with 28 hits this season.
That could
and make
get
it
in there, John.
Oh!
No.
Keelan
No.
O'Brien gave that one a ride, and chasing it down in center, Dasha Goodman out of New York City, New York. The senior at 5'8" stretches out to make the final out of the inning. We will head to the second. 0-0 score. Mark, I think inning number one is going to be a good indication of how this one's going to go here today in game one.
Well, I think so, John. I mean, there's always those starting jitters and stuff like that, but let's hopefully we settle down and Megan gets this going on the mound, or we're fine the rest of the way. But you never know.
Mark, did you see any of the basketball? Any of the semis last night? Big Duke upset.
I did. I saw the majority of the first game, and unfortunately, I nodded off during the end of the Houston game. But I think it's exactly what they thought it was going to be.
Well,
the Titans.
They would have liked to have Duke, and the NCAA would have.
They would have. I'm not exactly disheartened that, the running
I was never
Houston.
a big Krzyzewski guy. I mean, I know he's no longer there, but that's
he
one
was
of the
sitting in the
reasons
stands behind the bench, him and his wife.
Big. I'm a, believe it or not, I'm a big Christian Laettner fan. I'm a big Bobby Hurley fan.
Yeah.
I'm going back to those days. But, Mark, I wanted to give a shout-out to Alex Kudo's mom. Kudos to Mrs. Kudo, who came up to the broadcast table the other night and said, John, I wanted to meet you face-to-face. And I said, uh-oh. She said, I wanted to see what your face looked like. And I said, Mrs. Kudo, what's going on? She said, well, I was stuck in traffic getting here, got here for game 2. But that game that I listened to in traffic that you called, she said, John, it was nothing short of electric.
John,
I said, oh, my gosh, Mrs. Kudo, give me a hug. So it was a big comeback win, of course, certainly helps the cause. But she said your play-by-play was incredible. You should be on ESPN. Thoughts?
Well, we're not going to release your contract, John. But
all kidding aside, Mrs. Kudo, thank you again so much for saying hello, and we love your son as well. The little guy, great pitcher.
But it is.
For Rutgers North.
I know
Alex
I'm a little
Kudo.
more. I know I might be a little more biased towards our program than some people, but I did have to leave baseball early to pick up senior photos for softball, and it's a good broadcast. I think if you can't be here at the game.
Yesterday was I'm not going to count those two.
No. But what I'm saying is that I think we have a quality broadcast that. You can sit back and enjoy.
Mark, Vita Rodriguez, number 41, leads off the second inning with a base hit. She's a 5'8" sophomore out of Brooklyn, New York, now on first. And that'll bring up the number 6 hitter, Liana Gonzalez, a junior, the catcher out of New York City. And Liana Gonzalez, with that open stance, rips one, and that hits Claiborne. Claiborne stays in front of it, but not in time. Claiborne bobbled that hot shot to third, which allows everyone to stay safe. Stay safe out there, folks. So that'll bring up number 8. No, wait. What am I? Oh, number 9. Man, these numbers with the ponytails, it's hard to see. It's the number 7 hitter, Zoe Van Fleet. How about that Van Fleet rock and roll band? That crazy lead singer that twitches around on stage.
I missed that, John.
Big fan of Van Fleet. Anyway, Zoe Van Fleet, the senior first baseman, 5'7" out of Beaverton, Oregon. Go Ducks. Nike just do it. Claiborne steps on first, throws to second, double play. Lex Claiborne.
Nice.
The head coach for the Bulldogs going crazy, Frank Marinello. Wake up out there on the base paths, says Frankie M. Claiborne, you talk about redemption after a little bobble on the play before. You got to move on. If you make a little mistake, got to have a short memory in this game. Lex Claiborne, a good example of that right there. as Umlauf continues. Inside, ball one to number 15, Ashley Connor. Batting in the 8th spot, the right fielder, freshman out of Rockaway Park, New York. Shout out Fontbonne Hall Academy. Fontbonne. Oh! Almost snapping at second is the runner. That's the second baseman for the Scarlet Raiders, Kristen Kloss. If you haven't watched any broadcasts, folks, keep an eye on that second baseman, the freshman Kristen Kloss. Dynamo. She's something special.
John, let's hope Madison has a good day on the mound today because it's senior day. She's been a big part of our program the last 4 years.
Good for the third out of the inning.
I think she's kind of got it rolling. We just got to get her bats going here, John.
Absolutely. Umlauf has looked good through 2 as we head to the bottom of the second. Rutgers coming up to bat. We're going to take a reset, folks, and be back with much, much more. You are watching Senior Day live coverage of Rutgers Newark softball, and we'll be back after this.
What if I told you that this represents a profound reimagining of how we're educating the next generation of care providers? Rutgers Health created a first-of-its-kind dual doctorate program that combines a pharmacy degree with a medical degree. It's this sort of expertise that's giving Rutgers graduates a leg up on providing the best care possible.
Thank you, doctor.
It's just one of the ways Rutgers Health is using academic health to breathe new life into education.
Back live, Frederick Douglass Field. Rutgers, they got to start busting out here. Let's see what number 7 can do. It's Josephine Morales, the designated hitter, junior, 5'10" out of Norwood. As we get a look once again at Danielle Gazzardi for the Bulldogs. And Gazzardi comes into this one with a record of 5-6 on this season. I should have told you this a little earlier. 8.49 ERA. This is her 16th appearance. Leads the Bulldogs in many categories, including that one. 71 innings pitch. She's given up 104 hits. 86 runs. 29 walks to go out with the gaudy 74 strikeouts. Gazzardi, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, named the CUNYAC Pitcher of the Week on March 31st. It's the first honors of the season for Gazzardi and Goodman, as they got BC off to a 4-0 mark that week in non-conference play. Gazzardi had 3 wins prior to the 31st, pitching 18 innings in 4 games. Big wins over Yeshiva.
Oh, let's get that. Let it fall in there. Some communications.
What a catch by the center fielder. My goodness gracious. Dasha Goodman.
She snagged
Never
that other
gave
ball.
up on it.
She snagged the other ball out there last inning, John. She's got some wheels on her.
Dasha Goodman at 5'8", too. She covers a lot of ground with those big strides, lengthy, long strides, catching up to that shallow fly ball in center.
Ooh.
And that's stroked.
One up
out
to
of
the
play.
Loge deck, John.
Yeah, Mark, all number 26 has to do, Maddie Hack, is hack that a little straighter. Let's just hack
There's
it.
nice big,
a little straighter. Straighten it out.
Sitting back here, you can see the big gaps out there in the outfield, too. Ooh, they look
Mark,
big.
what a beautiful field, huh?
I really like how this lays out with the background of the campus and the buildings.
And props
and
to
the outfield.
Leonard Hughley for getting us all straightened out here today for senior day.
It was a long night because
Hack with a blast down third.
That's
Fair
in
ball.
there.
Hack rounds first, going for second.
Get down.
She slides. Out.
Oh.
Maddie Hack looked to stretch a single into a double, and it was a rifle from the right field, from the left fielder, Molly Martin. She throws out Hack at second for the second out of the inning. Wow. One of these games, Mark, it's going to be tight out there.
Nice throw. It was close.
And that'll bring up Farisi. You know, one thing Maddie Umloff, Mark, told me prior to the game is one of the things that has made her so happy is the rock that she has had in catcher Gabby Farisi.
Yeah, they've worked together. And I mean, I think
that's a fly ball
that's
to
an easy
center field.
can of corn.
Gazzardi there to make the final out of the inning. Mark, I'm telling you what, no hits. I mean, one hit, no runs, no errors, deadlocked at 0 as we head to the third inning. Woo!
John, unlike the game the other day against Hunter where it was run, I think today's going to be more of a defensive battle.
It looks that way. You know, I think I was telling Lex Claiborne before the game, I said, Lex, I think you guys are demonstrably sounder defensively this year. She said, really? I feel like I've regressed. I said, don't say that. I said, I mean, that's just a kid being a kid. I said, listen, you have gotten so much better every year. In my opinion, Claiborne, one of the best fielders on this Rutgers team. What's with this in between innings? I've never seen this before.
Well,
it's like we got pregame right now.
It's a little cooler, and I guess you can, instead of sitting in the dugout, you can get the kids out there throwing.
All right, okay.
I have seen that through.
Will you invest in yourself today? If you have big dreams but need a college degree to achieve them, then Rutgers University Newark is for you. We'll challenge you to see the world from a different perspective and teach you the skills you need to succeed. Opportunity is being at the right place at the right time. Newark is the place, and your time is now.
Hey, was that Donovan that pitched yesterday? Oh, yeah, that was Alex Salgado with the confirmation. Donovan Claiborne on the hill yesterday for Rutgers Newark. So all in the family here, Mark. Gotta love when the siblings are all together. And that'll bring up number 48 for the Bulldogs, Molly Martin, the number 9 hitter, starting in left field today. The junior out of Pine Bush, New York.
John, I think Madison's on her game today.
Umloff, Mark, you know, you mentioned Umloff, and you this is what's the beauty of having a seasoned color commentator. Did you know at 14 years of age in club play, Maddie Umloff learned her go-to pitch? I will give you $1,000 in cash if you can tell me what that go-to pitch is that Maddie learned at 14.
I'm going to take a wild guess at a drop. I don't.
You read my notes.
Oh, really? I did not. John, there's no way I could read your scribble.
Molly Martin flies out to shallow left field. It's, can I answer or you want to guess?
Go ahead.
It's the drop curve.
Okay.
So I want you to watch carefully. For our viewers on Raider Vision on YouTube,
you know,
the right-handed Umloff.
I have mentioned this in the past, John, and it's
oh, there it is. No. Was that the drop curve or just a sinker?
I did coach college softball for 2 years, many years ago. And the one thing I did learn was when my pitchers got comfortable throwing certain pitches, they went with them, and they kind of had to learn their way through it. And, you know, I'm sure Madison, you know, as a kid, all of a sudden one day in a game got hot with it and just kept going with it and got perfected her trade.
Exactly.
Kind of like a batter. Once you get your
And it's great to
groove.
have the repertoire that Umlauf has and the confidence as Palacios now with her second at bat, the leadoff batter for the Bulldogs.
And a lot of times when you're playing youth ball, you could be pitching, you could be the pitcher, and you're pitching a lot. So you kind of like any high school or club athlete, repetitions are important.
And Palacios fouls that one away.
One and two, John. Let's see if Madison can take her right at the plate.
Palacios is a second-year member of the Brooklyn College softball team. She started all 28 games last year, Mark, in 2024.
Oh.
Finishing with 41 doubles.
John,
And stealing 15 bases, so a threat on the base path. An alum of William Floyd High School.
do you know where that is?
I don't. Billy Floyd? No.
Oh, get that.
Shot to left.
Boom.
And
Nice.
a beautiful grab by Keelan O'Brien. Wow. That's good for the second out of the inning. Palacios put all 4 feet 11 inches into that shot to left.
You got a lefty this time, John.
It's the number 2 hitter, Mark, for the Bulldogs. And Sage Bernstein. Is it Sage Bernstein? Doesn't say she's a left-handed batter according to the roster.
Well, she's batting lefty here, I can confirm.
Bernstein, maybe a switch hitter. I don't know. But Bernstein nearly gets hit by the pitch. Umlauf saying, hey, listen, that's my plate. Got to go inside once in a while, Mark. Let them know you're there. Bernstein.
Take it. Boom.
Great play.
So, John,
So
finish out the inning.
Let's finish out the inning, Mark. But I talked about it before the game. Double play by Claiborne. As a matter of fact, Mark, for Rutgers Newark, that is the 6th double play turned in.
To the European Wax Center on Halsey Street in Newark. Come on in. Hi, Sharice. I'm excited about this process today.
European Wax Center. So we're going to be waxing your upper lip today. So when you're in the cleanser, this is going to remove any oils, any skin, any natural oils from the skin.
I'm Sunita Williamson, the owner of the European Wax Center on Halsey Street, and we are here in the European Wax Center. I just got my lip done. If you can see, my lip is transformed. I'm now hairless, no mustache, but I wanted to talk about our products because not only do we do full body wax.
From removing them.
No way. Kind
Yes.
of like grandfathered in. People would
They,
go crazy if you touch those.
And I guess the light poles generate some kind of heat, and they live through the winter up there.
Okay, one of the reasons I'm very happy that you just shared that, as O'Brien takes the ball, okay, I have a bit of an unhealthy obsession with birds in that I'm fascinated by them. I may have to take a trek out there to Brooklyn College, Mark, to see this for myself, or at least watch it on YouTube, as Houseneck fouls that one out of play.
We're almost in the game there, John.
No way, monk parakeets. You know, this is like a podcast. You know, when Joe Rogan or Tim Dillon, we talk about a subject. If we were on camera right now, we could show our viewers that article. There are ways to do that.
Well, you know,
we could
John,
could have the first ever hybrid podcast game call.
You have opened.
I like that.
Ooh, that hurt.
House neck gets hit on the inside of the leg.
You opened the door, John, so I'm going to go through it.
Mark, I love the idea of a play-by-play live game /pod. Well, that's kind of what it is anyway. That's nothing.
It's something that we've been working on, and I guess our viewers can get a tidbit now that hopefully we're going to be set up in the fall for weekly podcasts.
Mark, listen.
And we'll be interviewing
none of this big talk. I wasn't going to talk about it unless I knew it was done.
You opened it up, and I'm excited about the idea of you and I on a weekly basis.
Easy peasy.
Talking to our student athletes, our coaches.
You see what I bring.
Local celebrities, some campus personnel.
First of all, let's start with this local celebrity.
You?
Alex Claiborne. Lex Claiborne, the graduate student, starting at third today, now at the dish. 5'5" graduate student, honored prior to the game if you're just joining us on senior day. Claiborne out of Woodbridge Township, and she flares that one foul down the right field line. Mark, I'm holding you to it, my man. I will be all over Jalen, all over you. I'll make a couple of recon missions out here.
John, we'll start.
Sure we have it all.
We'll probably be able to start mid-August when preseason starts. And
Claiborne with a slow roller. There's one over to first.
Safe. She dug that out.
Oh, look at the hustle by Claiborne.
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be informative and entertaining for folks, and maybe we can do some live on locations.
You know who would be a great first guest? The person at the plate right now, the left-handed batter, Kristen Kloss, who Mark is taking this league by storm.
If we could, as we get to softball, but we can probably
what a dynamic player.
We can probably pop up in the press box for soccer and catch some little preseason soccer practice, but we'll work on it. I think it's going to be fun.
Kloss, look at the hustle.
Oh,
nearly beats it out, but Mark, that's good for
John. This could be a one-run game today, the way I'm looking at this.
I mean, you know what it is? This is the baseball, softball gods helping your crew out today.
Well, I got to be honest.
This one's moving along.
This is moving along, and it's not super sunny out, but I think our coaches are well aware of the fact that Easter is very late in the calendar this year, and when you start missing games and you're backing up Sundays, it could lead to a few too many
Mark, by
games,
the way, I need some advice, and I run the risk of maybe I should
take two and go to right, John.
I got a call from a Division I school of the state of New Jersey. I'll leave it at that. That asked me to do a senior day broadcast. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
On Easter Sunday, what would you have done? Got to hustle and take the job, or spend time with my son on Easter? Okay, good talk. Let's move on.
I don't know what advice to give you.
All right, Kayla Cardozo is at the dish, number 14 out of Elizabeth, New Jersey. And Cardozo takes for the ball. And we're now at 1-2 with 2 away. Claiborne now on second. We've talked a lot about Umlauf, Mark, in this one, but certainly holding her own is the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, one Danielle Gazzardi. As Cardozo steps back in. And Claiborne will advance to third on the wild pitch. Check one. Check
John,
one.
this is
and it scored a wild pitch by Alex Salgado.
It's a critical point here, John. 2-2, 2 outs.
Feel free to text Alex during the game for any wagering advice.
Let's get through there.
And the grounder. What a backhanded play and throw from the shortstop. My goodness. Melanie Milan is on fire.
John, we've opened the door. We've gotten around the bases, gotten scoring position.
Milan, more like million bucks for Melanie. Wow.
Maybe next time up
Play
we
the
can get
game,
something
Mark.
here.
Score remains 0-0. Mark, you know what? I should have had this before the game yesterday.
A little coffee?
I'm all jazzed up today. You got to reel me in a little bit here.
You know, I had one of those days last week when I realized that it was on like my 5th cup of coffee.
You know, I've been drinking a little too much of the Java.
I
Spending too much money at Starbucks.
I don't particularly like the taste of Starbucks coffee, John.
You know what?
It's a little bitter to me.
Used to be a Dunkin' Donuts guy, but they can throw enough sugar in there to make you like anything. So
I always tell them at Dunkin' Donuts a half a sugar, which probably gets me a good teaspoon and a half.
To the European Wax Center on Halsey Street in Newark. Come on in. Hi, Sharice. I'm excited about this process today.
European Wax Center. So we're going to be waxing your upper lip today. So when you're in the cleanser, this is going to remove any oil.
wait, you just started drinking coffee 4 years ago?
COVID.
Get out of here.
That's it. I was a
I
tea.
never really loved it either.
I was a heavy tea drinker my whole life, and then
go back to tea. It's healthier for you.
I don't know.
Okay, let's get back to baseball, everybody. It'll be the number 3 hitter, Melanie, who just made that sick play at short to end the inning. The Howard Beach, New York native.
Howard Beach, John. I've heard of that.
I love Howard Beach. Queens, baby. Howard Beach, Brooklyn, Queens. Howard Beach, geez, I know it's Queens. I once dated a Janine Esposito from Howard Beach back in the day.
Listen to you.
Too much information?
I think that's a little.
This is years ago. Great kid, and I only mention that because of my first indoctrination to Howard Beach
was her.
Was Janine.
Little slapper to first. Tags her right
Shout
out.
out Janine Esposito, terrific human being. Howard Beach native.
Howard Beach. I hear that on the radio all the time. Howard Beach. I couldn't even tell you where it is.
Yeah, Howard Beach,
I'll look.
You go back historically, predominantly Italian back in the day. It changed a little bit.
Where is this in relationship to Coney Island?
Let's pull it up. Let's have
Nearby?
our producer pull it up. Howard Beach is Queens, though, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Queens, New York. What else can I? Ooh, look at that. It's a lovely photo there of Howard Beach on the water. Howard Beach, southwestern portion of New York City.
Oh, it's out a little farther towards Kennedy. All right.
Lovely enclave. And lovely person in Janine Esposito. Okay, let's move on. As the Bulldogs now, in this pitcher's duel, Mark, we can't say enough about Madison Umloff and her counterpart, Danielle Gazzardi, as Maddie goes inside. And that's now 3-0 to number 21 for the Bulldogs, their cleanup hitter. And CUNY Player of the Week back on March 31st, Dasha Goodman. And Goodman, the senior, has been through the wars.
Is she the center fielder, John?
She is the center fielder out of lab school in high school. Not sure what that's all about. New York City native. Oh!
Pick that up.
Oh!
Bingo.
Gorgeous.
Made it look easy, John.
I'm loving this game today, Mark. I'm all over it. I love what Jackie's done. She's mixed it up defensively here. Mark, you got to look at the fact that this team has not scored a lot of runs. She's looking to maybe shake it up, Jackie. Shaking it up. We got to look at the last outing for these Scarlet Raiders.
Get that. That could be in a gapper.
Could be trouble. It is. Goodman
That's a gapper.
rolls
Hold her
into
at 2.
second for the stand-up double. And Goodman just absolutely tattooed the Umloff offering into the gap in right center. And Brooklyn is in business as they have a runner in scoring position.
John, it makes you see how big that gap really is out there, huh?
Without a doubt.
Fences are at 225, so it is a big outfield.
And Mark, NJAC play will pick up again for Rutgers Newark.
Tuesday, 3 o'clock, Kane. Kane University's in the house.
What do we have next?
Tuesday, you got Kane here, and then you got to jump inside for a big CBC first round.
Okay. Softball schedule, softball roster.
It's Kane.
It is Kane. So runner on second, big challenge now.
Get her.
Oh, she's hung up.
We are
Goodman
in the pickle, John.
Goodman is hung up. And
Out.
she gets chased down.
She's out.
Great job by KK. Kristen Kloss to end the inning.
Uh-oh. We might have a little injury there.
Oh, good. Dasha Goodman pulling up lane.
I think she caught a spike when she was trying to cut and
rips
go.
her arm away from the third base coach, favoring that left leg. Could be a hamstring problem. Wow. That's a huge development as one of the best players. Wait. Oh, so was Diaz the pinch runner? Oh, I'm sorry. We missed that. Diaz came in as the pinch runner, and in this damp weather, I don't know. Diaz might have a hamstring problem.
No, I think she just...
And she's out of my neighborhood, Mark, the Boogie Down Bronx, New York, at a Community Health Academy.
I'm sure the trainers from Brooklyn College and Rutgers Newark, Rachel Janos, will jump on that.
All right, well, Sandy Diaz right now is going to get looked at by Rachel Janos. So hopefully she's okay. Look at the toughness here by Diaz. I love it. She wears number 1. It's a tough job to come in as a pinch runner. You know, you put all that force on the legs on that play.
And you've probably been sitting on the bench cold.
Exactly. Mark, we'll be back in about 45 seconds. We're going to take a brief timeout. Back after this.
What if I told you that this represents a profound reimagining of how we're educating the next generation of care providers? Rutgers Health created a first-of-its-kind dual doctorate program that combines a pharmacy degree with a medical degree. It's this sort of expertise that's giving Rutgers graduates a leg up on providing the best care possible.
Thank you, doctor.
It's just one of the ways Rutgers Health is using academic health to breathe new life into education.
Back here live at Frederick Douglass Field, folks. We're here in the bottom of the 4th inning. John Heffernan alongside Athletic Director Mark Griffin, our guest color commentator today. And that'll bring up the number 2 hitter, McManus. You know, Mark McManus, a sophomore for Rutgers Newark, has risen to the top of the charts as far as batting average is concerned. Batting .420 heading into this one, Mark, with as far as at-bats are concerned, with that average, highest on the team. That's all I'm saying.
She had a big day the other day against Hunter.
Oh, McManus gets underneath that
John,
one. Could be trouble. And again, it's like Kelly Leak from the Bad News Bears, stepping in front of everybody.
John, she's all over the place. She called them off and said... She came all the way over to right field and said, "This is mine."
She went from center to right. I mean, this kid might make might scoop up a grounder at short before the day's over.
She's all over the place. She called that second baseman, that right fielder, off quick.
0-0 as we are deadlocked in this defensive battle with 2 all-star pitchers going head-to-head in what could go down as one of the best games of the year. Oh!
It's only going to go down as the best game of the year, John, as if we can get the W here. Come on.
I'm telling you what, I love sound, fundamental softball played the right way. Mark, we've seen a lot of that here today.
You have.
People like the long ball. They like the home runs. I like error-free, good defensive baseball. Look at this. I mean, that shortstop, that might as well be Anthony Volpe right there, as far as I'm concerned.
Let's not go too far, but she has had a little bit of a vacuum cleaner over there.
Unbelievable.
Picking up everything coming
Milan
near her.
has just been a joy to watch today. Milan out of Milan, Italy, and Howard Beach, New York is unbelievable. I mean, I'm joking around with the name, but I mean, Milan has been fantastic, as has Mia Espinosa, just working hard today. And Mark, that'll bring up
Oh, get through there. It's a little
Cardozo.
backhand.
And a sound play by the second baseman. That was Palacios.
John, you are kind of getting your way today with some textbook
I'm telling you what,
softball.
man. Listen, this is my theory and philosophy on the things that I like.
Will you invest in yourself today? If you have big dreams but need a college degree to achieve them, then Rutgers University Newark is for you. We'll challenge you to see the world from a different perspective and teach you the skills you need to succeed. Opportunity is being at the right place at the right time. Newark is the place, and your time is now.
Kids are playing sound, fundamental softball today. Umlauf back in the circle. We're warming up, folks, as we head to the bottom of the fifth. We'll be back with more Scarlet Raiders baseball live on YouTube. Raider Vision. Back after this.
All right,
And
infield
infield
pop-up.
fly is good for the first out of the game. So breaking news, Mark. Sage
Breaking
Bernstein
news.
is out of the game. Alex, number 12, out for the Bulldogs. Wow. And she's been replaced by number 9. Wait, we're going to get confirmation on that because that doesn't make sense. So number 9, Zoe Van Fleet, into the ball game. I'm sorry. That's the number 7 hitter, Van Fleet, wearing number 9 out of Beaverton, Oregon. We're going to get it sorted out. I believe Bernstein is out.
Beaverton, Oregon, John.
But we'll get confirmation on that, folks. Let's just move along here as Umlauf continues to roll. Claiborne snags it. Strong throw to first. That's good for the second out of the inning. Nine for 12. Who does she replace? Oh, so, okay, I stand corrected. Number 9, Feigl, is now in for Remus McManus. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That's a Rutgers substitution or replacement. Don't know what happened there, Mark.
I missed that, John. I missed that.
I'm going to miss McManus.
You know why I missed that? Because
I love Feigl. But
Brooklyn College coach was talking to him, and then when he walked away, he told us. So.
Count 0-1 now, as McManus as Umlauf deals. It's number 15 for the Bulldogs, Ashley Connor, batting 8th today, starting in right field. A freshman out of Rockaway Park, New York. And that's going to be over.
Ooh.
Strike 3. Wow.
Nice.
I mean, Mark, you couldn't ask for a dirtier pitch than
All right,
that.
John.
My gosh.
John, we're already in the 5th.
I mean, this is a pitcher's duel for the ages. As it's 0-0. Rutgers coming to bat in the 5th.
Uh-oh.
Well,
You got a little powwow out here with Brooklyn College.
I'm making a prediction.
Yes, John.
This is the inning, bottom half of the 5th.
It could be.
Rutgers bust through. Folks, we'll have it all for you live on Raider Vision as Brooklyn College is getting a motivational talk right now by Frankie Marinello.
John, a little preview.
The European Wax Center on Halsey Street in Newark. Come on in.
You let me know what you want to do.
We'll be prepared for quick substitutions, and you've seen both teams play Tuesday night, so you know what we're going to get.
Listen, I'm jazzed up for both, but obviously stakes are high Tuesday night in the CBC first round. Host team Rutgers. Aiden Albrecht and the men's volleyball team suffering a tough loss to nationally ranked MIT yesterday, Mark, in a tri-match.
Yeah, when the game got scheduled probably over a year ago, the discussion was, do we want to play somebody that good that late in the year going into the conference tournament? And Coach Albrecht felt that it would be a good tune-up, a good wake-up going into it. So we'll find out Tuesday night if that was a good idea.
Alex, what year did the Giants last win the Super Bowl? With Manning as MVP, where they beat the Patriots? I think that was 2011. Mark, I liken it to Tom Coughlin starting all his starters in an insignificant game in the last game of the year against the undefeated New England Patriots. Giants lose that one, but go on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
I think you need to say the great Tom Coughlin, because
the great Tom Coughlin, and a good Irishman.
Those were the banner days for the Giants, John.
And we were road warriors. I was announcing for the football Giants that year, Mark, in stadium announcing, and didn't get to experience a playoff game. Why? We're the only team to play on the road.
Really?
Including the wild card, getting to the Super Bowl, winning it all. Did Johnny Heff get a ring? Absolutely not. And the runner goes.
Oh, we're safe at second base.
Did my counterpart get a ring? Yes, he did.
What?
Jim Hall.
John, you got
the
left
late,
out.
great Jim Hall and I both were the stadium announcers at the New York Football Giants. Tremendous organization. Shout out John Mara, Don Sperling. Enjoyed my time there. Phenomenal team to work for. Awesome guys.
Runner at second.
Houseneck now on second, Mark. So I tell you, Mark, fifth inning.
Yeah.
Fifth inning, we got a runner in scoring position.
I think we got to be aggressive on the bases here, John. We need this one run because might not get anything more to win this game.
Farisi, it's a righty-righty matchup. Farisi batting 233, pops that one up.
Is that going to fall in the gap? Nope.
So Houseneck holds. Farisi doesn't do a whole lot with that opportunity, but that'll bring up Houseneck. Houseneck, of course, Mark, one of our seniors today.
She will be missed at first base next year, John.
And the pitch, Houseneck way out in front. Gaudy pitch there by Gazzardi. Ooh.
She was taking a big cut on that one, hoping to bring that kid on second all the way in.
DG.
I know.
DG, off-speed junk.
Outside.
Maury Houseneck's dad, Dave, driving all the way up from Pennsylvania for this one, Mark.
All the way out? How far out? Where in Pennsylvania is she from, John?
Let's see. Houseneck is from Eagles Mere. Eaglesmere, PA.
I do not know where that is.
A lot of Eagles over there.
Well, Pennsylvania is
Eaglesmere.
not that far, John. You get to the Delaware River in an hour from here, so.
I know Dad's effort today.
I know you New York people are a little geographically challenged.
We
at
are,
times,
absolutely. Listen, I'm not. When it comes to Philly, you notice how
true.
I'm dropping in these humble brags left and right.
Ooh. She tried a little
I
off
used
speed
to
and
make
it got
the
away
trek
from
to
her.
Philly every other weekend for as the Eagles stadium
Yeah,
announcer
but
at
you
the
know,
Link.
John, we got to get a hold of this here. 2-2.
One out, Houseneck at the dish.
Oh!
Ripped it foul.
John, she's playing to win this game here.
We got a pinch runner mark on second. That's Jay Boyce. Jesse Boyce out of Delran.
She is super aggressive at the plate here. She wants
Houseneck
this.
now 2-2. Can Rutgers bust through? Houseneck Gazzardi. Good battle so far. Gazzardi's nasty in that circle. Look at this. Boom.
Oh, no, no.
Holding the runner. Oh, it's a bad throw. Everybody's safe, and a rare miscue by the shortstop for the Bulldogs. Well, Melanie Milan, I sung her praises all game long, and she's human after all.
We got runners on the corners here, John. We got to make something happen here with one out.
My gosh. The drama continues. Houseneck at first. Jessie Boyce, the pinch runner. She's got speed in spades. We've got a little
meeting on the mound.
Little powwow in the circle. We're talking about post-game plans in Brooklyn, among other things. Who's going clubbing on a Sunday night in Manhattan? Not me. What used to be the big hot spot in Manhattan on Sunday nights? The China Club. I remember back in my day. That was a Sunday night destination. Might still be. I don't know.
I'm not sure I ever ventured into the city except for sporting events years ago.
So Claiborne now steps in, Mark, with runners on the corners, one out. And Houseneck goes. Oh!
Playing, you know what? That was a nice play by our part. Hopefully the overthrow to second base into the outfield and runner on third can score. But now we got runners at second and third.
So Claiborne at 0-1. Claiborne takes strike two now in the hole. Claiborne got to be aggressive up there. Got to protect now, Lex. Let's go. A little sack fly, a little something, something. Put the ball in play. Anything can happen. Let's go. 0-2. Gazzardi. Let's see what she comes up with. Does she waste one?
Nope.
That
Outside.
was close. So Gazzardi's very technical, sound pitcher, man. She works that plate like Maddox back in his prime.
She has been pretty aggressive on the mound. I got to give her that today.
She's got great control, too. Look at this. Gazzardi.
Oh, is that going to
that's
be
flared
over?
Foul.
Oh, foul ball.
Just out of the reach of the first baseman. That was Zoe Van Fleet.
John, if that was be fortunate enough to hit that line and be in play, we would have. I think we would have scored two.
Zoe Van Vliet. Mark very well could have been 1-2 though. Claiborne's got to protect. With one away, Gazzardi deals. Claiborne goes down swinging. Gazzardi digs deep to get the second out. Here's the kid. This is the kid, Kristen Kloss.
This is a big spot for this freshman.
Kristen Kloss, of course, batting .354. She's got 17 hits on the season. This one up the middle. Kloss!
The middle.
Breaks the deadlock.
We're going to safe.
Safe at the plate. Houseneck all fired up. And you talk about clutch, the freshman phenom, Kristen Kloss, with the 2 RBI double. And Rutgers is on top 2-0. Wow.
John, that was not that second run she worked for. She had a slide and reach. Impressive.
And Kristen Kloss, let me tell you something. She put that ball exactly where she wanted to. She slapped it. She saw she took advantage of that big gap
Let's see if we can add another one here,
Great
John.
back control by Kloss.
She's pretty aggressive on the bases, it looks like, huh?
Well, Mark, Kristen Kloss, not only is she aggressive on the base
How many
paths,
stolen bases does she have?
she's got 9 and 9 attempts here in 2025, and that's good for first on this team, Mark. Oh, the comebacker, Gazzardi, like a walk in the park, gets the third out with the throw out over to first. Gazzardi's got some swag. Wow. 2-0 though on a big two-run double by Kristen Kloss, and Rutgers has busted this thing open. They're on top 2-0 as we head to the top of the sixth. Back with more Softball Live coverage at Frederick Douglass Field, YouTube, Raider Vision. We'll be back with inning number 6 right after this.
What if I told you that this represents a profound reimagining of how we're educating the next generation of care providers? Rutgers Health created a first-of-its-kind dual doctorate program that combines a pharmacy degree with a medical degree. It's this sort of expertise that's giving Rutgers graduates a leg up on providing the best care possible.
Thank you, doctor.
It's just one of the ways Rutgers Health is using academic health to breathe new life into education.
Oh, and we're back live at Frederick Douglass Field as Umlauf continues her spectacular play. And right now, leading off here in the top of the 6th inning for the Bulldogs, it's the number 9 hitter, Molly Martin, out of Pine Bush, New York, and Pine Bush Central. Mark, if you take a look at the numbers for Umlauf here today, it's astonishing. Umlauf has struck out 2, has given up only 3 hits as she's scattered them around. 5 innings pitched, no runs. So Umlauf working on the shutout here in the 6th inning, Mark. And on Senior Day, what a way to go out today than with a performance like she's had. Does that make any sense? I don't know, but it's just Umlauf standing on her head today. And her counterpart, Gazzardi, not too shabby. And that's a slow roller. Claiborne can't pick it up. Oh, and the speedy Martin runs out that hit for the infield single. Infield single, Alex? Okay, it is scored an infield single. Claiborne knew the only way they were going to get that was if she was able to pick it up. And Claiborne now back at third as Jackie Davis continues to mix and match. And that'll bring up now number 22, Double P Palacios out of Shirley, New York. Palacios today 0 for 2. Oh, dirty little bunt there by Palacios. Everybody's safe. Oh. And on her horse.
Get her out. She's
out at third. Out. Double play.
Out.
Nice. You got to be kidding me. The second double play of the game, the 7th of the season for the Scarlet Raiders.
John, I almost said,
wow.
What the heck is Madison holding that ball for? And she saw that kid going and played dumb and got her at third, and then the third baseman saw what was happening and threw it to second. That was beautiful.
Head coach Frank Marinello, aggressive
Stunned.
on the base paths with his Bulldogs. They thought they caught the Scarlet Raiders sleeping, but not the case, as another double play is turned as both base runners, all important base runners for the Bulldogs, now on the Brooklyn College bench with 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning.
That was beautiful, John.
And a flare to
Doing
short.
Slaps here.
Oh!
That ain't going to work.
And number 12, that was Bernstein grounding out for the final out of the inning as we head bottom 6. Rutgers up 2-0.
John, that was sweet.
Back
Oof.
after this.
Will you invest in yourself today? If you have big dreams but need a college degree to achieve them, then Rutgers University Newark is for you. We'll challenge you to see the world from a different perspective and teach you the skills you need to succeed. Opportunity is being at the right place at the right time. Newark is the place, and your time is now.
And we're back here live at Frederick Douglass Field. Bottom of the 6th inning. Rutgers up 2-0. It'll bring up Keelan O'Brien. It's high and outside.
Little wild pitch.
Gazzardi gets a little crazy. Keelan O'Brien 0 for 2 today. She's flown out and grounded out. Looking to get her first little mojo. And that's just foul.
John, it'd be nice to pad this a little bit.
One bat at a time.
Oh.
And O'Brien now
On the roof.
at 1-2.
Ball was chipped up on the roof of Blumenthal there, John. One for the maintenance, guys.
Gazzardi with the off speed. It's over for strike 3. Gazzardi continues to impress. Man, she's got the goods. And that will bring up. Who's this? I'm all
Number 8.
confused now. This is Keelan O'Brien. So McManus came out of the ball game, and then Cardozo came out. I don't know if Jackie's reinserted a couple of these kids, but all I know is it's now Keelan O'Brien. So my bad, folks. Keelan O'Brien is now the batter for Rutgers. And O'Brien rips that one foul. You know, O'Brien is a business major here, Mark, at Rutgers Newark. We will have the services of Keelan O'Brien again next year as the junior continues her studies into her senior year. O'Brien's mother, Christian, ran track for the University of Louisville, Mark. Did you know that?
That I did not know.
So she was a Louisville track star, of course, D1
Louisville
Mark.
Cardinals.
And Keelan has 3 sisters, all played lacrosse at Rowan. So Keelan, the black sheep,
That's unfortunate.
carving her own path That's unfortunate. That's a blast in the deep left field over the head
That's a nice shot, John.
of Martin, and it's a stand-up double for O'Brien. And O'Brien collects her first hit of the day, and it's a one-out double. And now we get a chance to see Josephine Morales, who's 0 for 2, looking for her first hit. Yeah, Mark, 3 sisters playing lacrosse at Rowan for Keelan O'Brien. Josephine Morales, a science major here at Rutgers Newark.
And she'll get to third standing up, John. I like that.
Morales in high school was a 4-year varsity softball player, second team all-conference in Bergen County, and won a Bergen County championship in 2019. Big dog lover.
Ruff. Ruff, ruff.
Josephine Morales. And likes to hike as we get a conference on in a circle. Marinello will step out and talk to his starter Gazzardi as Rutgers is threatening here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back after this brief timeout. You're watching Scarlet Raiders softball live on Raider Vision.
What if I told you that this represents a profound reimagining of how we're educating the next generation of care providers? Rutgers Health created a first-of-its-kind dual doctorate program that combines a pharmacy degree with a medical degree. It's this sort of expertise that's giving Rutgers graduates a leg up on providing the best care possible.
Thank you, doctor.
It's just one of the ways Rutgers Health is using academic health to breathe new life into education.
Oh.
And that's going to be a double into right center field.
One
RBI double.
Stand-up double. Run scores.
And what a job by Josephine Morales. That'll make the score 3-0. And Mark, you know, it's interesting. Frank Marinello comes out and talks to Gazzardi before that pitch. I wonder what was said. And maybe he got convinced to keep Gazzardi in. Who knows? Because we are in the 6th inning. Gazzardi's pitched her heart out, but now the bats are waking up for Rutgers.
She's had a good day. I don't know if I'd yank her.
3-0. And that's a off the end of the bat, a fly out to number 41, Evita Rodriguez.
That's a big decision for the coach. She's pitched a great game today. There's been obviously some hits in that inning before, but I don't know.
So now 2 away, Mark. The score now 3-0 for number 22 on the Scarlet Raiders, Farisi. Oh, and that's going to drop in for a base hit.
Oh,
and
a run
another
scores.
run's going to score on the error. I believe that might be an infield hit or an error. We'll get the official scoring for you in a minute. That's an infield hit and an RBI for Farisi. And it's now 4-0, Mark.
Whoa.
And you asked for it, you got it, Mark. You wanted that buffer. And listen, not for nothing, did I not call that 5th inning breakout?
You did call
I
it,
did
John.
call it. Just saying.
It's got to happen. Whoever's going to win this game's got to do it, and we step forward there. It's nice.
This kid Gazzardi, though, she's got skill. And it's outside now to Houseneck. Houseneck also a senior. Being honored here today on Senior Day. Outside from Gazzardi. Check one. You all right, Mark? You good?
I'm good, John.
Okay.
You know, I was getting a little drowned out by all the cheering on the bench here. They're all alive now.
Exactly. Well, they got a lot to cheer about. And Houston gets up underneath it in a shallow
Center field, they're going to get it, John?
center field. That's going to drop in. Everything going right for the Scarlet Raiders.
I think they call it a communications error.
Giving chase was both Milan and the center fielder, Goodman, but it drops in a no-man's land for the base hit. Rutgers now with 2 aboard here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that'll bring up Claiborne. Claiborne looking for her first base hit of the day. Claiborne 0 for 2 on senior day. And Jackie Davis with another roster change, as we are going to have a pinch runner step onto the field at second. It'll be Brooke Hilton. Of course, you know her sister Paris, the freshman out of Clark, New Jersey. Just joking about the sister. Brooke, 5'3", out of Arthur L. Johnson High School. And obviously a threat on the base paths as Claiborne now steps in. And Gazzardi takes the sign and deals low. It gets past the catcher. Everybody going to move up. Hausneck, Hilton, now on second and third, respectively. So Claiborne with an opportunity here on senior day to keep the ball rolling, to keep the runs pouring in. It's now 4-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Claiborne, the comebacker. And the final out of the inning as Gazzardi throws out Lex. And we will go to the top of the 7th as the Bulldogs are down to their final 3 outs, everybody. We'll be back with the conclusion of Game 1 here on Senior Day right after this.
Will you invest in yourself today? If you have big dreams but need a college degree to achieve them, then Rutgers University Newark is for you. We'll challenge you to see the world from a different perspective and teach you the skills you need to succeed. Opportunity is being at the right place at the right time. Newark is the place, and your time is now.
Okay, everybody, this game has flown along here on Senior Day. Brooklyn College down to their final 3. Well, they've got a shot here.
3 up, 3 down. There's
Excuse
one.
me, there's one out.
There's one, John.
Flying out to left. That was a Milan, and that'll bring up number 21, the cleanup hitter Goodman. Goodman 0 for 2 today. And the story of the game, Mark, some timely hitting by Kristen Kloss to get Rutgers on the board, and combined with the lights-out pitching from Madison Umlauf, she has been stellar.
John, couldn't happen to a nicer kid. She has really been a big contributor the last 3, I guess you could say 4 years now.
She's scattered 5 hits, has struck out 2, and looks to go the distance here today on Senior Day. The future doctor, Madison Umlauf.
Oh, is that? She wants to be a physician,
Yeah, she's going to be taking a gap year studying at a New Jersey medical college, or medical, where I have it written down
New
here
Jersey
somewhere.
Medical School.
Taking the
Rutgers
MCATs.
Medical School. Wow.
Yeah, Umlauf
It's good to know that. We've had a number of our student athletes
applying to med schools right now, working at the New Jersey Medical School for her gap year in research. So a bright light for Rutgers Newark, showing what she can do on the field and off. Madison Umlauf here on Senior Day is down to the final 2 outs. Looking for a oh, that's not going to help any right there. An error by the shortstop. Was that an error on Hack? Matty Hack? That's Matty Hack who's going to get credited with, going to get an error on that play. Not credit, that's not the right word. How would I word that? Matty Hack gets the official score error or whatever. Anyway, Matty Hack, got to let that one go and now focus on the next. And that's some trouble right there, number 41. Evita Rodriguez, the number 5 hitter. Vita Rodriguez, arguably the best hitter on this Brooklyn College team. Prior to the start of this one, batting .368 with 14 hits on the season, 13 RBI. And the pitch inside, ball. Now 31 to number 41. Vita Rodriguez out of Brooklyn, New York. Shout out New Design High School. And the slow roller, foul. A little congested today. It's allergy season. Don't know what's going on. Count now full to Rodriguez. And the pitch, Rodriguez slaps it over to third. Claiborne there for 1. That's good for the second out of the inning. Claiborne, super smooth, as always. So Brooklyn now down to their final out here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Coming live from Frederick Douglass Field, downtown Newark, New Jersey. Brooklyn in the maroon and cream. Rutgers in the red and white. Would you call that cream? Cream colored? I don't know. Custard? Yellow-ish? And Umlauf in there for a strike. So it's all up now to Liana Gonzalez, the junior out of Manhattan Hunter Science High School. And it's now 0-2 to Gonzalez. Excuse me. Umlauf now. I got to utilize the cough button. There we go. Umlauf deals outside, wastes one, now 1-2. So, folks, at the conclusion of this one, we'll have about a 20-minute break or so before the start of game 2, so don't go anywhere. Strike 3, and Madison Umlauf pitches a complete game shutout. Rutgers gets the win here in game 1. The final score 4-0. Rutgers will improve to 9-14 overall as the Bulldogs are now at 8-12 on this season. Folks, don't go anywhere. We will have much, much more coming on game 2. I want to run through some of the offensive numbers before we say goodbye for Rutgers Newark. They left 5 hits for Rutgers, 5 for Brooklyn. So Gazzardi also doing a nice job as well, but it's Rutgers with the 4 runs. 3 errors for BC, 2 for Rutgers. Rutgers left 4 on base, and Brooklyn left 3 on base. 3 strikeouts for the Bulldogs. So Umlauf with 3 final total strikeouts, 2 for Rutgers Newark, 2 stolen bases for Rutgers, and really that double play when the aggressive play earlier in the ball game. Both pitchers with tremendous control. Rutgers 1 walk for Umlauf, no walks for Gazzardi. And who were the heroes offensively for Rutgers? Let's take a quick look here. Of course, Kristen Klaas in that conversation, as O'Brien with a big hit, Morales with a hit, Hack with a hit, Farisi with a hit, Klaas with 2 RBIs, Morales with 1. And I don't know why we just have, So anyway, folks, the final score 4-0. We'll be back with more Scarlet Raiders softball after this. And we will have some seniors after game 2. We'll talk to you later, everybody. See you in a bit.